to Copilot Podcasts. Did you know that passing your medical exams is actually more about strategy than pure knowledge?
That's absolutely right, and it's especially true for the MRCPCH Theory and Science exam, or TAS as it's commonly known.
Today, we're diving deep into mastering the TAS exam, breaking down the format, sharing proven strategies, and revealing common pitfalls to avoid.
And by the end of this episode, you'll have a clear roadmap for exam success that goes way beyond just memorizing facts.
So let's start with the basics. What exactly is the TAS exam and why is it so important?
The TAS exam is one of 3 theory examinations required for the MRCPCH qualification. It focuses on the scientific foundations of pediatrics.
And this is different from the other exams, right?
Yes, while FOP tests clinical knowledge, TAS specifically assesses understanding of basic scientific, physiological, and pharmacological principles.
That sounds pretty intense. How is the exam structured?
It's a 2-hour computer-based exam with 100 single best answer questions. No negative marking, which is actually quite important.
Wait, no negative marking? That's interesting. How does that affect strategy?
It means you should always answer every question, even if you're not completely sure. There's no penalty for wrong answers.
That's a really important point. What about timing? How should candidates manage those 2 hours?
You know, it's fascinating. It's actually similar to how pilots manage their pre-flight checklists.
Really? How so?
Both require systematic approach and careful time management. You want to allocate roughly 72 seconds per question.
That's quite precise. But I imagine some questions take longer than others?
Exactly. Some questions you'll know instantly, giving you extra time for tougher ones. It's about balance.
Let's talk about preparation. What's the biggest mistake you see candidates making?
According to recent data, the biggest mistake is neglecting the syllabus. Many candidates just dive into question banks without understanding the scope.
That makes sense. So what's the right approach?
Start by thoroughly reviewing the RCPCH syllabus. Then use reliable question banks. Past Medicine and Past Test are particularly good.
And what about study schedules? How should candidates structure their preparation?
Here's something counterintuitive. Shorter, spaced-out study sessions are actually more effective than marathon cramming sessions.
Really? That goes against what many people think.
Yes, research shows that spacing out your learning improves long-term retention. It's about quality over quantity.
How does stress affect exam performance? It must play a huge role.
The brain actually processes information differently under stress. That's why regular mock exams are crucial. They build stress resilience.
Speaking of mocks, how many should candidates take?
Aim for at least 4 full mock exams in exam conditions. It helps you get comfortable with the time pressure.
Let's talk resources. What specific materials do you recommend?
The Pastist MRCPCH Part 1 book is excellent for initial exposure. Then use question banks for practice.
Any specific question banks that stand out?
123doc offers over 1,988 TAS-specific questions, which is quite comprehensive. Their online platform is very user-friendly.
That's a lot of questions. How should candidates approach them?
Start with topic-specific questions, then move to random mixed questions as you get closer to the exam.
What about the actual exam day? Any specific tips?
Arrive early, stay hydrated, and remember, you can flag questions to review later if you're unsure.
That's helpful. How about the day before the exam?
Light review only, no heavy studying. Get good rest and prepare everything you need for the next day.
You mentioned flagging questions. Can you explain that strategy more?
Sure. If you're unsure about a question, flag it and move on. Return to flagged questions in the last 20 minutes.
That makes sense. What about the order of attempting questions?
Start with questions you're confident about. It builds momentum and calms nerves.
Let's talk about common pitfalls. What should candidates watch out for?
A major one is ignoring basic sciences. The TAS exam heavily focuses on physiology and pharmacology.
How can candidates strengthen these areas?
Regular practice with question banks and reviewing core concepts. Don't just memorize, understand the principles.
What about time management during preparation?
Create a realistic study schedule. Most successful candidates start serious preparation 3-4 months before the exam.
3 to 4 months? That's quite a commitment.
Yes, but remember, it's about consistent, focused study rather than cramming everything at once.
How should candidates balance their clinical work with exam preparation?
Try to integrate exam preparation with clinical work. Use real cases to understand theoretical concepts better.
That's clever. Any other integration strategies?
Yes, create study groups with colleagues. Discussing cases helps deepen understanding and maintains motivation.
Speaking of motivation, how do you recommend staying focused during long study periods?
Break study sessions into 25-minute blocks with short breaks. It's called the Pomodoro technique, very effective.
That's interesting. Any other productivity tips?
Track your progress with practice questions. Seeing improvement in scores is incredibly motivating.
Let's wrap up. What's your number one piece of advice for candidates?
Trust the process. Consistent, structured preparation is key. Don't try to memorize everything. Understand the principles.
And remember, this exam isn't just about passing, it's about becoming a better clinician, right?
Exactly. The exam tests understanding that you'll use throughout your career. It's not just about the certificate.
This has been incredibly helpful. Any final thoughts?
Yes, remember that every question you practice brings you one step closer to success. Stay focused and confident.
Thank you for sharing these invaluable insights. And to our listeners, good luck with your exam preparation.
And remember, it's not just about the destination, it's about the knowledge you gain along the way.
That's all for today on Copilot Podcasts. Until next time, keep studying smart.